Elisha LightAngel here, and I'm bringing you some life wisdom, just giving it to you from my heart to yours. So if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more, I will be uploading more videos. Hit that subscribe button and ping that little bell. And now for today's topic. Hello, beautiful. So I want to really just dive in deep today to a subject that is difficult for quite a few people, and it's really difficult to put into practice, yet it is actually one of the most beneficial practices and things that you can do for your own health, believe it or not. And it makes it difficult because we stay caught up in a whole stage of erratic emotions. And what I'm talking about today is simple forgiveness. Sounds easy. It's not. It is not easy. So first of all, when we think of forgiveness, it's when someone's done something wrong to you and you need to forgive them. And you might be thinking, oh, well, this person totally does not deserve for me to forgive them. And you're probably right. They probably don't deserve for you to forgive them. But that's okay, because you don't actually forgive other people for their benefit. You forgive people for your own benefit. And what I mean by this is that whenever you're not forgiving someone, you're actually holding on to a grudge, to a negative feeling, to a negative emotion that is keeping you held back from other things that you can actually be doing and like pushing yourself forward in motion in life. So this is basically, think of it like every time you get mad at someone and you don't just let that go or say, I forgive that person, they're on their own trajectory path and it has nothing to do with me, or, just live and let live. You instead choose to hold a grudge, and it's like having a backpack that you put some rocks in. And every time someone wrongs you, even if it's just that person that cut you off on the street while you were driving, or somebody that was rude to you when you went to the grocery store, gave you, some crazy eyes, stared at you the wrong way, and now you're kind of miffed about it. Maybe someone said something to you and it just got under your skin, but you can't let it go. Well, you're not letting it go, remember, for them. You're letting it go for you. So as you hold on to each one of these, whether it's like a small pebble grudge or like a giant stone grudge, either which way, it's just adding weight to your burden, to the levels of stress that you are carrying inside of you. Like you literally are caging yourself in by holding on to a grudge against this person. When it comes to forgiveness, you don't have to just like forgive the person and then forget. Forgiving is not forgetting. Let's get really clear about that. When you forgive someone, the only thing that you're doing is allowing that particular situation not to have an emotional impact on your well-being anymore. You clear it out. Like you are done. Whatever that is, you're gone. It's moved on. You're going on in life without having to give any more notice, any more attention, any more of your personal energy into harboring negative energy against this other person. And it's lifting those rocks out of your bag one at a time as you learn to forgive. So then you just feel lighter. You're more free to move about and go about your life, living life how you want to, and feeling just at ease with yourself and with the people around you, because you realize at some point you are giving away your power to these other people when you're holding a grudge against them. I mean, you simply are. You're allowing that to negatively impact your mind and affect your life in sometimes your actions or the things that you do. And you might maybe stop going somewhere because that other person is there and you haven't forgiven them yet. But how much more beautiful would it be if you were able to release that burden that you're carrying with you against this other person and do what it is that you desire to do. Do what it is that makes you happy. Do what brings you joy, simply because you're no longer holding on to something. Forgiveness also isn't just for other people. It is a really big practice to look at yourself and forgive yourself. And I know for me personally, it's actually harder to forgive myself than it is to forgive other people. I'm really good at letting things go, and they're in the past. Sometimes, you got to work through some stuff, and it takes a little bit longer than other times to really release. But forgiving myself, oh man, that's a big one. It's learning to have compassion with yourself and saying, I deserve my own forgiveness the way that I forgive others. I deserve the compassion that I give to others for myself. So turn that on yourself. Forgive yourself for the time that maybe you were late to work or an event. Maybe you didn't do things the way that you thought that you should. Should, that's a key word. There's actually no real way of doing anything. You just got it in your mind that it's supposed to be this way, and then you didn't do it that way. Forgive yourself when you've hurt another person on accident. You weren't trying to. It was unintentional. Be compassionate. Meet them where they are and apologize. Be compassionate with yourself. Learn to love yourself by embracing that compassion, embracing that forgiveness, because then that also gives you the freedom to move on with whatever barrier you are stopping yourself from moving on, because you're not allowing yourself to have forgiveness in your own stance. By forgiving your own self, you are reclaiming your power, but you're also reclaiming the love and learning to show your own self-love through this particular act. There's all sorts of different ways that you can go about in practicing forgiveness of others and of yourself. But we'll delve into that in another video. Today, it's just focusing on forgiveness is the hardest, absolutely hardest thing that we can do when it comes to a self-care practice. Yet it will be one of the most beneficial acts of self-care that you can ever practice, whether you practice it daily, practice it just when it comes up. I'm sure that each day there's probably somebody or something or even a piece of ourselves that we can find to be compassionate for and offer a space of forgiveness to allow room for healing and letting go and moving forward. So take this with you to heart as you journey about your day, and I promise that if you do this for yourself and not for the other people, you will feel amazing. So take care. Best wishes. Namaste.